Hey everyone, Jack here at 360 Fitness. Hope you're having an awesome day. And this is our second cardio corner video. So obviously I am done cardio and I'm in the office. I finished about 5-10 minutes ago. And you guys know when you have a really good workout and you get changed too quickly and you start to sweat through your good clothes and you're a disgusting dirtbag? Well, that's me right now. So I'm instantly regretting that one. I should have cooled down a little bit longer. But for the second episode of Cardio Corner, we had an awesome question come in from one of our members saying, hey, what type of cardio should I be doing for fat loss? And then they said, well, right now, my fat loss has plateaued and I'm doing cardio 5 days a week for an hour each time. And I gave her that look and I went, well, there you go. So she was doing steady state cardio, which is more or less just, she's walking at a pretty good pace, 3-4 miles an hour up a small incline, 3 to 4 degrees for 60 minutes, 5 days a week. And steady state cardio is awesome if your goals are for just increasing your cardiovascular capacity. Now, what I mean by that is just making sure that your heart and your lungs work better and work more efficient. And that's great. Those are awesome goals. So if you want to run a marathon, if you want to just improve your cardio capacity, if you want to get off blood pressure meds or decrease your heart rate, beats per minute long term, those are awesome things. But if your goals are fat loss, steady state cardio probably isn't the best ally for you, right? It has a place, it has a time, it has, a little section of this. But if your goals are pure fat loss while trying to maintain as much muscle mass as possible, which is win-win, you should really be looking into interval training, okay? Now, high intensity interval training has got a great reputation right now because, all the Hollywood dudes and stuff like that are doing it. But it also has this reputation of being crazy and nutbag and just too intense. Now, remember guys, high intensity interval training is not going at the intensity of CrossFit athletes or Olympians or anything else, but it's going at your highest intensity. You got to remember that. So HIIT cardio or high intensity interval training means a short window of very intense work followed by a little bit longer window of active rest, okay? So active recovery. So what I mean by that is, let's say we run full out for 15 seconds and then walk for 30 seconds, run all out for 15 seconds and then run or, kind of walk for 30 seconds to get your heart rate back down. That's interval training. And then you would do, 10 to 20 rounds of that, anywhere between 4 minutes and about 15 minutes. Now, with interval training, a lot of times people just don't do it because they think they have to go crazy with it, that they have to, run at 11 miles an hour or, up a ski hill, or they have to do 400 burpees. It's not at all. It just means pushing your body to your limits and then back down for active recovery, and then push it to your limits and then back down for active recovery. So if high intensity interval training is speed walking for 15 seconds, and then slow walking for 30 seconds, and then speed walking for 15 seconds, and then slow walking for 30 seconds, then that's it. Then that's your high intensity interval training. Now that's gonna get you better results than just walking around the block for 4 hours at a time. All right, so make note guys that high intensity interval training is your intensity and nobody else's, but try to push it to that closest 10 out of 10 on the perceived expenditure rate. And then back down to about 5 for active recovery. So like I said, sprint and then walk, sprint, then walk, or run up a hill and then walk down, run up a hill or walk down. And that's gonna really get you the most bang for your buck for fat loss, for muscle loss prevention, but also for time. So high intensity interval training runs off this cool theory called EPOC, so which is exercise post-oxygen consumption, which is a fancy word for more or less saying like, it's gonna keep your heart rate up much longer after your workout is done, and then it's going to keep your heart rate up for about anywhere a half-life of double time or even triple time. Now what I mean by that is, like, if you're doing high intensity interval training for 15 minutes, you might have an elevated heart rate for 15 minutes afterwards too, so a combo of 30. So you're getting the same benefits of steady state cardio with an elevated heart rate for 30 minutes of pure length, but you only did 15 minutes of work. Okay, so if you're a busy mom or busy executive, or you just have only 10-15 minutes, best bet is go and HIIT cardio, okay, instead of that steady state stuff, especially if your goals are fat loss and especially your goals are muscle loss prevention. That's really, really good. So make note guys is that cardio doesn't have to be boring. You just have to stop being boring. Okay, so doing an hour to 2 hours of cardio a day, that's just ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous, and you are honestly spinning your tires. So a lot of times people will just avoid cardio because they think it's boring. Now, just take a look in the mirror, you're the boring one. So put in some effort, put in some time, put in some programming into your cardio routines and get the most bang for your buck. I just finished an awesome cardio routine. It was HIIT interval training and I did a little bit of a circuit style. Okay, so I'll post that video right after this. I'll segment it into one so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. But the main takeaway here, guys, is if you want to burn as much fat as possible while retaining as much muscle mass as possible and save time, look into HIIT cardio. Okay, I'll post a blog in this section as well, and you guys can take a look farther down the road. But remember, guys, that cardio doesn't have to be boring. You just have to stop being boring. So if you hate walking on the treadmill for 60 minutes, that's your own bloody fault. Okay, so find something that's going to get you much better results in much less time, and it's going to keep you a lot more entertained. Okay, and remember, guys, results are addictive. So if you're doing HIIT cardio for 4 days a week for only 10 minutes each time, that's only 40 minutes total. And if you lost more body fat than ever before, you're gonna wanna do more and more of that, okay? So keep HIIT interval cardio anywhere between 4 minutes and 15 minutes. And then if you're going anything longer than 15 minutes, you're just not working hard enough. You gotta be honest with yourself on that. So I'll post my video of what I did. So I did a little circuit with a weighted vest, just 20 pounds. And I did about, I think 7 or 8 rounds of this, took 10 minutes, and that's all I needed for cardio. And I burned about 200 calories in it. Or else I could have, walked on the treadmill for 30 to 40 minutes to get the same thing. All right, it's all about efficiency and effectiveness, guys. So that's it. That's Cardio Corner. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, give me some comments below this video. All right, talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.